Now to what are known as payday lenders. They're often set up in pawn shops, and today they had protesters outside their doors. As Jackie Quist reports, it's a campaign to crack down on the outrageous interest rates they're charging.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The white suits are to highlight the hazardous nature of the product for the typical user.
Save the cat!
Cut the crap!
Out of the office and onto the streets, lawyers and financial counsellors, including the Consumer Action Law Centre's CEO, Katrina Lowe, protesting against payday lenders and their outrageous rates of interest.
At the moment, we're seeing effective annual interest rates between 400 and 800% typically, and they go higher.
2000 loan had finished up, was nearly 5,000 by the time we paid it back.
Aged pensioner Graham Murray and his disabled wife Pam became trapped in a spiralling debt nightmare, taking loan after loan after loan with different payday lenders.
White goods and things like that. If the washing machine packed on us, we got another washing machine.
For 9 years, the payday lenders direct debited payments on pension day, leaving Graham begging for charity.
You get to go and get a food parcel or a voucher for Safeways or Coles.
Now it's the payday lenders fighting for survival. A federal government review considering a national cap on upfront fees of 10%, ongoing interest rates of just 2% a month.
There is now word that they are proposing to double that cap, which would render the reform ineffective.
I regard our business like any other shop in the high street, where you have a markup on your product, and the difference is our product is money.
Robert Bryant is CEO of short-term lending group Money3.
We set about to make a credible industry that was fully compliant, came under the Uniform Consumer Credit Code, and 10 years later we're very proud of what we do.
Payday lending is big business, with 2.6 million Australians refused credit from major lenders. 500,000 take out payday loans to the tune of $800 million each year. But there are alternatives. The n.i.l.s, for instance, has a no-interest loan scheme for those who need it most, providing 20,000 interest-free loans last year. 400 Australian charities offering interest-free funding as well. Organisations like Good Shepherd and the Islamic Council giving micro-loans for things like household goods and educational necessities.
For our customer base, 60% are working, 40% are not working, so most of those, our customer base, can't access the no-interest loan schemes.
While the interest rates on some lenders' contracts look, well, okay, it's the annualised interest rates of many hundreds of percent that rile Katrina Lowe.
The reason the interest rates are so high is because of what we call repeat borrowing. The industry would have us believe that it's one-off emergency borrowing, but what we see is people going back again and again and again, and that is the way the product works.
Could add a new car in the driveway.
Definitely. What have you got in the driveway instead?
Nothing.
Lending giant Cash Converters, which has recently expanded its lending capacities, telling us it's working with the federal government to ensure ongoing protection for consumers and to achieve a viable commercial solution. And that 2 parliamentary committees last year disagreed with the Consumer Action Law Centre's position on the issue. Graham Murray's advice:
If you haven't got it, go without.
That was Jackie Quist reporting, and the details on all of those cheaper alternatives are on our website as well.